A metallic alarm cuts across the Kalahari, and a young meerkat with a small notch in its left ear drops the scorpion between its paws. The family races toward cover. Sand explodes behind them. Within seconds, every animal is hidden beneath roots and thorn scrub. Above the empty feeding ground, a fork-tailed drongo remains on its perch. There is no eagle, no jackal, no danger at all. The glossy black bird drops to the ground, lifts the abandoned scorpion, and carries it away. The young meerkat watches from the darkness. The scorpion is rich in protein, and now it is gone. But before this day ends, the youngster will have to decide whether the thief's warning is still worth trusting. The theft begins with a problem the drongo cannot solve alone. It can catch insects in flight, but some of the richest prey lies beneath hard desert soil. Meerkats can reach it. Their narrow claws expose beetles, larvae, crickets, reptiles, and scorpions. So when a drongo encounters a feeding group, it may follow from branch to branch. It takes small creatures flushed into the open. Then it waits for something worth stealing. The family moves deeper into the scrub, and the young meerkat begins digging again. Above it, the drongo's red eyes sweep across the horizon. A pale, chanting goshawk appears beyond the acacias. Now the alarm is genuine. The harsh calls continue as the raptor approaches. Adults bolt toward a burrow. The young meerkat is too far away. It flattens beneath a thorn bush as the goshawk's shadow races over the sand. Claws pass overhead. The strike misses. Slowly, the youngster lifts its head and returns to the family. This is why the drongo's voice still matters. The young meerkat has lost a meal to that voice. It has also survived beneath its warning. True and false calls can sound so similar that the animals hearing them cannot reliably separate one from the other. The cost is uneven. A false alarm may lose a meal. An ignored warning may lose a life. Later, the young meerkat pulls a fat gecko from the soil. The drongo leans forward. Its call strikes the silence. The youngster drops the reptile and runs. Once again, the sky is empty. The bird claims the gecko. But repeated deception becomes less effective. When the same warning sounds again, the family pauses and scans instead of immediately fleeing. The young meerkat stays beside its burrow entrance. The signal is losing its power. The drongo changes the sound. From the same black beak comes an alarm resembling the warning of another Kalahari bird. The unfamiliar call breaks through the family's hesitation. Adults rush toward cover, leaving the feeding patch open. The young meerkat follows a moment later. The drongo descends and takes another exposed morsel. By varying its alarms, the bird can continue deceiving animals that have begun to ignore a repeated call. The association never becomes friendship. The drongo sometimes reveals a real predator. At other moments, it exploits the escape that its own warning creates. Near sunset, the feeding group crosses a patch of open sand. A goshawk returns low behind the scrub, almost invisible against the dying light. The drongo calls continuously. The adults run. But the young meerkat does not move. Not this time. It has heard this voice lie before. Then a shadow slides across its paws. The warning is real. The young meerkat turns as the goshawk drops toward the ground. It sprints. Wings close behind it. The youngster dives beneath a root an instant before the raptor crosses the burrow mouth. For the meerkat, the drongo can reveal danger beyond the grass. For the drongo, the meerkats expose food beneath the desert. For the predator, one moment of doubt creates an opening. This is an uneasy alliance held together by risk. Even after a lie, the next alarm may still be the one that saves a life. Trust here is never absolute. The meerkats learn to question every warning. The drongo learns that deception has a cost, yet neither can afford to abandon the other completely. In the Kalahari, survival does not always belong to the honest or even to the strong. Sometimes it belongs to those who know when to listen and when to look for themselves.